Hey, what's up, guys? It's Terry at Habit Development. How you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty great myself. All right. Today's video is going to be on how I know we are being controlled. All right. We are being controlled by pretty much the media. We are being controlled by the food that we eat, the music we listen to. We are being controlled by the air that we breathe. All right. Us being humans, it's very. We are a very intricate species. All right. We are very complicated, but it all comes down to the same principle, if you will. It comes down to the same principle, and that principle, I really want to say, is a lot of everything that we are is just energy. Alright, we are energy. Everything that we have is energy. Everything around us is energy. But the fact that we are so ignorant to everything around us and to what we put into our body, what we feed our senses, that is what creates our low level of consciousness. Alright? The understanding that we have is based off of what we feed our senses, what we feed ourselves. Not only in, your mouth, feeding yourself, but also what are you feeding yourself through your sight, your eyes? Like, what are you watching? What are you feeding yourself through your ears? What are you listening to? All right. So it all comes down to your level of consciousness is basically controlled by what you are feeding yourself. Not only that, but most of our food is controlled on a certain level because they have GMO everything now. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs. You don't want that in your body, I'm telling you. You don't. GMOs are made strictly for, not only they say their cover up is to say that they want to feed more people at a more efficient rate, but in reality it's for them to save more money and make more money. All right. Everything is about money based off of in this reality. But the beings who are controlling us, the inorganic beings who I've been talking about in my past few videos, they can care less about the money. They understand that it's just an object. It doesn't control anything. It's just it's a mentality behind money, currency. It's just currency. But there's a mentality behind it. All right. Most people are controlled by money, by currency. They are driven not by their purpose or their passion every day or their why, but they are driven because of the simple fact that they fear of being without money. They fear of having their children. They fear of giving their children the life of having to struggle. Therefore, that is what wakes them up in the morning and drives them to go to work every day or create that new business or keep going because they don't want poverty. The fear of poverty is real. The fear of poverty, many people are, driven by the fear of poverty. And it will drive you, don't get me wrong. The fear of poverty will drive anyone who has it. But don't get confused, because even though the fear of poverty may seem as a virtue, any fear that you have is not good, because you will never enjoy what you have, truly. Only when you can truly enjoy is when you get rid of your fears. Get rid of every one of your fears. What do you fear? Find that out. Get rid of what you fear. Because then you can enjoy happiness. Then you can enjoy what you came to this world, what you came here for. Wake up every day because of your passion, your purpose, your why you do things. Wake up because of that. Don't wake up because of a fear has driven you so far to push yourself to get a currency that means nothing in the end. When you die, you won't remember it. That would be the last thing you think about, is the currency and how much wealth you had. Alright? So I want you guys to understand that. I want you guys to understand that how we are being controlled, the rabbit hole is deep. It's a rabbit hole. Alright, if you've seen the movie Matrix, it's a rabbit hole. Our life, if you really watch the movie The Matrix and you start to decode everything that was in that movie, you will really understand that it is not too different from our reality. It is very similar. Alright? And the people who created that movie knew that. They based it off an allegory called the allegory of the cave. Right? And that was by you could say a famous philosopher named Plato. And he was Socrates' student. And pretty much I'm going to give you guys a little gist of what that allegory was that Plato created. So the allegory of the cave pretty much is, imagine this. Alright? Imagine you are born into a cave. You're born into this cave with your family. Alright? Everything that you know is inside that cave. Alright? So since birth, you had a fire behind you, casting a light upon a wall that you are sitting in front of. You can't turn your head, you can't move your arms, you can't turn your neck, you can't look around and speak to anyone. But what you can do is look at this wall that is in front of you. And all that is happening on this wall, and this has been happening for years and years. Alright? You have been seeing shadows casted upon this wall. Now, behind you, you can't see it, but behind you there are different illusions and different, objects appearing and disappearing. And these objects are people walking past, people carrying baskets of fruit, alright, animals walking behind you, alright, and all you know is these pictures that you are given, casted by this shadow. That is all you know. Alright, so eventually there is a man. He stumbles upon the cave. He comes in and he sets you free. Okay, at first you hesitate. Alright, you don't know what it's gonna be like. You're in fear. Alright, but eventually something inside of you tells you, no, go out of the cave. And that is your intuition. So you walk out of the cave. You see many things, but you can't comprehend it yet. You don't know what it is. So the man tells you, look up. Alright, you see the sun, but you can't really identify. You don't know what it is. You can't even see it yet. Your eyes are so fixated in the dark, you can't see the light yet. Alright, so you're looking everywhere. The only thing that you can really see is the objects that are casting shadows. Alright, so you can see a shadow of a tree right now. You can see the man's shadow that is standing next to you. You can see, different things. You can see animal shadows, but you can't see the actual object. But eventually your eyes start to adjust. Then you can start to see reflections in the water. Once you're able to see reflections in the water, you can see your own reflection. You know how you look now. Alright, now, and then until eventually you are able to see the object itself. You're able to see grass. You're able to see trees. You're able to see animals clearly. You're able to see bugs, flowers. Alright, to smell different things. And it's all so new to you. You never experienced it before. Alright? So eventually you start to look up into the sky. You see the sun. The sun is very bright. You have to get your eyes adjusted to it. So now you can actually look at the sun for a couple seconds. You feel that good burning sensation on your skin. It feels amazing. It's a warmth. You feel loved. So you went back to the cave, understanding that you had a great time being outside of the cave. That was amazing to you. It was unlike any experience you have ever experienced in your life. You go back into the cave, you try to tell all of your friends and family. Alright? You try to tell them, and you try to bring them out of the cave. But it is to a point where they are in so much ignorance of going outside of the cave that they violently resist. They hit you. They screamed at you. They were in fear. They yelled at you. They said, no, I'm not going out of that cave. I'm comfortable here. I'm in my comfort zone. Alright? That's what damages us. The comfort zone. Alright? So you didn't understand why they wouldn't go out and see this magnificent view. It is beautiful outside. They don't want to see it though. They don't believe you. So then you don't know who to trust. So you only have yourself. But eventually you are aware that you become aware that everything that was around you was fake. It is not real. And that is what I'm trying to stress to you guys. Most people don't understand that, and they won't come to that awareness. They won't raise their level of consciousness because they are so ignorant. They are stuck in ignorance. They are in fear. So what I want to tell you guys is that there is so much similarity with that allegory that I just told you guys to our actual reality. There's so much similarity. All right? They are really controlling us. The music that we listen to is 432 hertz. Most of the music is. I talked about that in one of my videos. 432 hertz. It sets your tone of mood to the mood of the song, or to the mood being portrayed. So say if you're listening to a very sad song, you'll start feeling very depressed. You'll start thinking about memories that made you feel that way. So then you start tearing. Or say if you felt a very happy song that made you very energetic, you started dancing and moving around. You felt great, right? So all of these things, they may feel good in the short-term moment, but they are really damaging us, and we don't know it. The thing is, we need to be aware. We need to get out of ignorance. No matter how lazy we feel, no matter how comfortable we feel in our comfort zone, understand that everything that you love in this reality is damaging you. And that goes down to the foods that you eat, the GMOs, the genetically modified organisms, the food, the candy, the junk food. It's called junk food for a reason. It's in your face. Junk food. It's empty calories. It's just going in your body. No nutrition. No real protein. No real energy is being gained from this food that you're eating. The point of eating food is to eat to live. A philosopher once said, a man who is successful, wise men eat to live, while worthless men live to eat. That should tell you something. Eating to live is eating healthy vegetables, no matter what the taste is. Eating it because you know it's good to put in your body, so that you don't have to feel any guilt. Alright? The movies that we watch, the movies that we enjoy as a family or by ourselves, these movies, they have hidden messages. Alright? These movies have hidden messages all the time. They're right in your face. But we can't comprehend it because our level of consciousness to our reality is not high enough. So why should we feel disempowered or disadvantaged because of something that we can control? We can raise our level of consciousness by eating healthy foods, good foods, high vibrational vegetables and fruits, drinking plenty of water, getting great sun. We can raise our level of vibration, level of consciousness, just by doing these simple acts. So I urge you guys, change your diet up. If you're not eating healthy, if you're eating too many junk foods, change your diet up. Yeah, you have to do a ratio. If it's going to be hard in the beginning, do a ratio. Alright? Start small. Maybe do 60-40, 80-20. 80% real food, 20% snacks if you have to. If you can do better than that, do better. I urge you. Alright? So it goes down to many things. Alright, the clouds. A lot of these clouds that they, have in the sky, they're created. They're man-made clouds. They're nothing but H2O. That's why it rains. Come on now, guys. Look, they literally have a video out there of NASA creating clouds. But their cover-up was that it was a rocket engine. Come on, guys. We have to really look at everything that's going on around us. Be aware of it. All right, raise our level of consciousness. This is the time. The time period is shifting. All right, we are shifting. The age is shifting. All right, humans are. We have to raise our level of consciousness. We are stepping into the reality of the Aquarius. Stepping into the reality of the Aquarius. All right, which is AIs. The AIs will soon be coming into effect. A lot more things are going to be needing higher tech. So the human mind has to adjust. Like we've always been doing for generations. We've been evolving. Our mind is evolving. So start your process now. Become better. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your freedom. Stand up for your rights. Thank you all. I appreciate the time. I want you guys to really work on yourself. Develop yourself for the better. Thank you so much. Have a great day.